He came down the dark hallway of the hospital for lepers, shouting and cursing. The anger on his face and the stinking pus oozing from his rotting flesh made him terrible to behold. The other lepers who lived in the house of the living dead all ran into their rooms. They knew all too well his bad temper and his angry outbursts toward anyone at hand. Brother James, Brother Sylvester, and Brother Maceo, who had just turned the corner in that hallway, turned around and started to walk the other way. "He is beyond all hope," said Brother James. "He is beyond all help," said Brother Sylvester. "Leave him in his room to his fate," said Brother Maceo. "There are others less angry and more grateful for us to serve." And so they abandoned the leper to his fate. Later that day, St. Francis came to the hospital for lepers. And the three friars told him about the angry leper and how no one could work with him. Well, Francis walked down the dark hallway and found the leper's room. He pushed open the door, and there sat the leper on a straw mat on the dirt floor, alone in his dark room. "God give you peace, dearest brother," said Francis. "Peace? What peace is there from God, who's taken from me all peace and everything else that is good, and has made me rotten and stinking? And it's not only my affliction that troubles me. I am sorely mistreated by these friars. No one takes care of me as he should." Francis listened long and patiently to the leper's angry complaints. Then he gave him some bread and wine that he had baked in a nearby village, and told the leper to rest, that he would return in a while. Francis left the hospital for lepers and walked into the woods, knelt down and prayed. "Oh Lord, this man is so angry. No one else will care for him. What do you want me to do for him?" Francis went back to the hospital and found the leper in his room again. "I have decided to take care of you myself. What more can you do for me than the others?" "I will do whatever you ask me to," said Francis. Then wash me all over. I smell so bad I cannot stand my own stink." Francis immediately got a large wooden bucket and filled it with warm water. He added many sweet-smelling herbs and spices to the water. And then he carefully peeled the pus-soaked clothing from the leper's rotting flesh and began to wash the leper with his own hands. And every place that Francis touched on that leper, the leprosy left him and his flesh was restored. As Francis washed him, the leper wept, thinking about how nasty he had been to the other friars who had only been trying to care for him. After Francis was done, the leper went and found Brother James, Brother Sylvester, and Brother Maceo, and asked for their forgiveness, which they freely gave. And then the leper returned home, full of joy over his healing. And he spent the rest of his days full of the peace of God.